Do you remember singing along to a song without knowing the artist's name? The 1970s created dozens of these musical mystery songs that dominated radio and became permanently etched in our memories, while their creators vanished into obscurity. These weren't random chart climbers. They were lightning strikes of perfect timing and cultural alchemy. From gospel-tinged rock that shocked radio programmers to disco crazes that defined dance floors, these one-hit wonders became the soundtrack to roller rinks, house parties, and late-night radio across America. Each tells the story of ordinary musicians who struck gold exactly once, leaving behind melodies that refused to die. These 12 tracks prove that one perfect song is all it takes to become immortal. Let's count down 12 unforgettable one-hit wonders from the 1970s to the one that defined the era. Number 12, Spirit in the Sky.
Going on to the Spirit in the Sky.
Norman Greenbaum. Released in December 1969, this fuzzed-out gospel anthem hit the new decade like lightning, reaching number 3 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and spending weeks dominating radio. Norman Greenbaum sold roughly 2 million copies and hit number 1 in the UK, Australia, and Canada with something that shouldn't have worked. Devotional lyrics paired with the distorted guitar riff heavy enough for any garage band. The song's mix of fuzz guitar and gospel-tinged lyrics made it unlike anything on AM radio. That sonic mismatch helped it stand out completely. Listeners found it memorable because it didn't sound like other singles, while critics and DJs noted the novelty of combining devotional lyrics with heavy riffs. Now here's what most people don't know. This track became one of the entertainment's most licensed songs, appearing in countless films and advertisements over decades, reinforcing its longevity. And as the 70s opened with fuzzed-out gospel rock, the decade also found room for pure summer joy. Number 11, In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry.
In the summertime when the weather is hot.
While Norman Greenbaum was electrifying airwaves with heavy guitars, a British skiffle band was crafting the ultimate summer anthem using nothing but acoustic instruments and homemade percussion. In the Summertime topped the UK singles chart for 7 straight weeks and peaked at number 3 in America, but those numbers tell only a part of the story. This wasn't just a hit, it was a global phenomenon, the worldwide sales approaching tens of millions of copies. The secret was its communal feel, hand-clapped rhythms, foot stomping, and even a glass bottle used as percussion. Radio DJs loved its instant sing-along quality, while festival crowds embraced its carefree message of seasonal escapism. The song captured something universal about summer freedom, that feeling of endless possibility when the warm weather hits. Its simple production made it accessible to everyone, from hippie festivals to suburban barbecues. Contemporary audiences treated it as more than a song. It became a seasonal ritual. From summer freedom to bittersweet reflection, the early 70s also gave us a farewell that touched millions. Number 10, Seasons in the Sun, Terry Jacks.
We had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
Released late in 1973, this melancholic farewell spent 3 weeks at number 1 on Billboard Hot 100 in March 1974, selling an estimated 14 million copies worldwide. Terry Jacks adapted this from a Jacques Brel piece, creating an adult contemporary staple that hit a vein of public sentimentality. The song struck deep with American audiences, dealing with Vietnam casualties and generational change. Many listeners found it deeply moving and used it at funerals throughout the decade. But here's where it gets controversial. The track was completely polarizing. Many found it heartfelt, while critics called it overly sentimental manipulation. The debate split audiences, but its commercial impact remained undeniable, making Jacks a household name for exactly one song. But while Jacks struck a somber chord, another 1974 hit had people kicking, punching, and dancing. Number 9. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Released in 1974, this novelty disco smash hit number 1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in December, selling an estimated 10 to 11 million copies worldwide. Carl Douglas combined novelty lyricism with disco rhythms right as global interest in kung fu films and martial arts culture exploded. The song was immediate and danceable, perfectly capturing the moment's cultural obsessions. Audiences adored its immediacy and novelty, while DJs and dancers embraced it completely. It dominated discos and pop charts alike. Contemporary reactions split between pure enjoyment and critical mockery. Some critics mocked the lyric and oriental riff, but club culture couldn't resist its call to the dance floor. Douglas had captured 2 massive cultural trends in one irresistible package. And as disco caught fire, one instrumental anthem kept the dance floors moving. Number 8. The Hustle, Van McCoy and the Soul City Symphony. Released in 1975, this instrumental disco track reached number 1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and Hot Soul charts, earning Van McCoy a Grammy for Best Pop Instrumental Performance in 1976. It crystallized a new dance craze, caused the hustle into a mainstream pop phenomenon, spreading from New York City clubs to TV dance shows nationwide. The track moved disco from underground club culture to mainstream America. Club culture embraced it instantly, but mainstream radio picked it up and helped disco cross over to everyday listeners, making the hustle a nationwide fad. McCoy had created something revolutionary. An instrumental that didn't just soundtrack a dance, it created one. The hustle became taught on television variety shows and performed at school dances across the country. From the clubs of New York, the charts then turned to a rock band that went funky just once and nailed it. Number 7. Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry. Released in 1976, this funk rock crossover hit number 1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and R&B charts during the summer of 1976. Wild Cherry achieved something rare, a defining funk rock hybrid that crossed racial boundaries, becoming party gold that remains a staple decades later. Now here's what most people never knew. This was a rock band intentionally switching into funk to follow audience demand. The song literally chronicles their audience telling them to play that funky music, white boy, turning real audience feedback into chart gold. The groove and chantable chorus made it cross-racial and cross-format radio magic. Contemporary listeners widely embraced it at the parties and on the radio, giving the band instant popularity. But they never matched the single success, leaving this as their permanent legacy. And if Wild Cherry had people dancing, one Washington, D.C. group made the world sing about love in the afternoon. Number 6. Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band.
Afternoon delight, my motto's always been.
Released in 1976, this harmony-rich song hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in July, earning Grammy nominations and winning Best Arrangement for Voices. But Afternoon Delight became more than a chart hit. It became a cultural talking point that dominated AM radio while dividing audiences. The bright, harmony-rich sound masked risque lyrical content behind an innocent facade. This created a phenomenon where people argued whether kids understood the lyrics, while radio programmers struggled with family hour programming decisions. Despite becoming instantly recognizable and achieving massive radio success, Starland Vocal Band faded quickly afterward. The single became a defining period artifact of mid-70s soft rock. Before we continue with our top 5, Hit that like button if these songs are bringing back memories, and subscribe for more nostalgic music deep dives like this one. And while Starland soared briefly, another 1976 track had crowds chanting a funky battle cry. Number 5. Turn the Beat Around, Vicki Sue Robinson. Released in 1976, Vicki Sue Robinson delivered a major disco hit that became a staple in clubs and on disco radio during the genre's explosive boom. Built around percussion and driving rhythm, Turn the Beat Around showcased disco's emphasis on groove and the drummer as focal point. The track was designed as a club anthem, and club DJs embraced it as a high-energy floor filler. Robinson's powerful vocals and percussion-driven arrangement made it a memorable disco highlight that kept dance floors packed. Robinson became closely associated with the disco boom through this track, though she couldn't replicate its mainstream chart dominance afterward. The song captured disco at its most rhythmically focused. But even as disco roared, soft rock still found its way into living rooms everywhere. Number 4. Don't Give Up on Us, David Soul.
Don't give up on us, baby.
April 1977 proved that television fame could convert rapidly into record sales when Don't Give Up on Us hit number 1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and UK singles chart. David Soul, known to millions as the blonde half of TV's Starsky and Hutch, created a major international hit with this clean, soft rock ballad. The song demonstrated the power of the 1970s cross-media celebrity. Soul's popularity from the hit detective show translated directly into record sales. Fans of Starsky and Hutch loved it, while mainstream radio played it heavily for its romantic simplicity and polished production. Contemporary audiences loved the connection between their favorite TV star and this heartfelt ballad. The track's success showed how television had become a launching pad for musical careers, though Soul's subsequent singles never sustained similar chart impact, leaving this as his sole musical legacy. And while Soul melted hearts, another 1977 tune brought a wave of nostalgia that never faded. Number 3, Thunder Island, Jay Ferguson. Released in October 1977, this breezy single peaked at number 9 on the US Billboard Hot 100 by April 1978, becoming Jay Ferguson's highest-peaking solo single. Featuring Joe Walsh on guitar, it perfectly captured the late 70s yacht rock aesthetic with recognizable guitar work and island imagery. The track fit the laid-back FM playlist of the era perfectly, earning steady airplay that extended well beyond its initial chart run. Ferguson had crafted sophisticated, studio-crafted soft rock with enough polish for pop radio, but cool enough for album-oriented stations. The song later found life in film and TV synchronizations, which helped keep it in listeners' memories decades later. And while Jay Ferguson captured island breezes, one Swedish band brought back a pop tune with a twist that the whole world remembers. Number 2, Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Suede. Blue Suede's 1974 cover transformed the original B.J. Thomas composition with the now famous Ooga Chaka intro, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. That novelty chant plus bombastic production gave it a huge cross-format appeal that made it impossible to forget. The unusual hook made audiences find it delightfully eccentric and highly singable, the kind of record that demanded participation rather than passive listening. Radio loved its instant recognition factor and crowd-pleasing energy. But here's what secured its legendary status. The song enjoyed major revivals in pop culture decades later, notably through film soundtracks that introduced it to new generations. This cemented its position as a one-off classic. But as quirky as Blue Suede's hit was, no one-hit wonder closed the 70s with more cultural punch than this. Number 1. Video killed the radio star. The Buggles. Released in September 1979, this synth-pop anthem became a number 1 international hit in the UK, Australia, and other markets, though it peaked at number 40 in the US. But this media self-reflective single was destined for a legacy far beyond its initial chart performance, capturing anxieties about technology and the evolving media landscape. This song felt both sonically forward-looking and thematically perfect for the end of the decade. International audiences embraced it immediately for its synthesizer-driven production and prophetic lyrics about television's impact on radio's golden age. Here's what made it historically significant. On August 1st, 1981, this music video became the first ever played on MTV, cementing this song's lasting pop culture legacy. The Buggles had unknowingly created the perfect soundtrack for the media revolution they were singing about. From Norman Greenbaum's buzzed-out gospel to Blue Suede's infectious chant, these 12 one-hit wonders proved the 1970s belonged to risk-takers and innovators. Each track captured lightning in a bottle, that perfect moment when artist, song, and cultural moment aligned to create something unforgettable. These weren't just chart curiosities, they were the soundtrack to a decade of change. Whether disco's rise, rock's revolution, or technology's growing influence, each song froze a specific cultural moment. One-hit wonders prove that sometimes one perfect song is all it takes to become immortal. Which of these songs instantly transports you back to the 70s? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe for more nostalgic deep dives, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.